Hi there, my fellow travelers, and welcome back to the Traveling Cheesehead Podcast. I'm your host, Dannelle Gay, and today we're rolling out the red carpet right here in Wisconsin. From giant spiders to Julia Roberts, from haunted pits to heartfelt road trips, the Badger State has hosted more film crews than you might imagine. So grab your popcorn, or maybe a bag of cheese curds, as we dive into the Hollywood in the Heartland, Wisconsin on the big screen. Now, the 1970s, we saw monsters, melancholy, and Midwest magic. So, the giant spider invasion from 1975. Let's kick things off with something delightfully cheesy, and not the Gouda kind. The giant spider invasion was filmed around Merrill and Gleason, Wisconsin, and starred Alan Hale Jr. Yep, the skipper from Gilligan's Island. This cult classic features, well, you guessed it, a giant spider terrorizing a small Wisconsin town. The spider was actually a Volkswagen Beetle covered with fur and fake legs attached to it. It's ridiculous, it's campy, and it's beloved. Locals still talk about watching the film crew rumble through town. It's our very own slice of B-movie history. Now, in 1977, Stroszek. We're going from camp to culture. German director Werner Herzog filmed Stroszek in Plainfield and Madison, Wisconsin. The film follows a German street musician who moves to rural America searching for a better life, only to find hardship and alienation. It's haunting, poetic, and deeply tied to Wisconsin landscape. Now, fun fact, Herzog chose Plainfield because of its connection to the infamous murderer Ed Gein. He wanted a place that felt hauntingly ordinary. If you love art house films, Stroszek is a must-see. Now we have coming-of-age comedy and Wisconsin weird from the 1980s. So we're going to start with 1980. The Boy Who Drank Too Much. This made-for-TV movie starring Scott Baio was filmed right in Madison, Wisconsin. It tells the story of a high school hockey star struggling with alcoholism. It was a serious topic for its time. The Madison scenes show off classic campus and Capitol Square shots, giving locals a nostalgic peek at the city in the early 80s. Oh, then we have the Blues Brothers again in 1980. Okay, while most of the Blues Brothers was shot in Illinois, a few memorable chase scenes took place in Milwaukee, including the car soaring over the Milwaukee River. The film starred John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd and remains a Midwestern masterpiece full of blues, comedy, and chaos. In 1981, we have The Pit. Filmed around Beaver Dam in Horicon, Wisconsin, this creepy cult horror flick tells the story of a socially awkward boy who discovers a pit full of monsters in the woods. Equal parts bizarre and terrifying, The Pit has achieved midnight movie status for its strange blend of innocence and insanity. 1984. Oh, we got a couple here. Mrs. Sawful. Now, this one's a historic drama starring Mel Gibson and Diane Keaton, with scenes filmed in Freedom, Wisconsin. It tells the true story of a warden's wife who helps two convicts escape and falls in love with one of them. It's moody, tragic, and beautifully shot. Wild Rose is the other 1984 gem. So this is an indie gem that was shot in Bayfield. Wild Rose follows a woman, Minor, fighting for respect in a man's world. It's powerful, quietly feminist, and drenched in Northwood's authenticity. 1986. Back to School. You didn't imagine it. That's Rodney Dangerfield wandering around the UW-Madison campus. He played a self-made millionaire who decides to join his son at college. It's goofy, classic 80s comedy, and if you're a Badger alum, you'll recognize a ton of landmarks. Take a look and see if you see your favorite traveling cheesehead in the background. I had huge blonde hair back then, but yes, I'm in the movie. Now, 1988, The Great Outdoors, starring John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. This comedy is about dueling vacationing families at a lakeside resort. It could easily be any Wisconsin lake town. While filmed mostly in Illinois, the setting is unmistakably North Woods, loons, cabins, and all. Now, the 1990s. This takes us into drama, art, and Hollywood heavyweights. Oh my gosh. Starting at 1990, meet the Applegates. Filmed in Madison and Mount Horeb, this dark comedy imagines a family of giant insects disguised as suburban humans. Directed by Michael Lehman, Heathers, it's campy, quirky, and full of eco-satire. The perfect only in Wisconsin film. 1991, Dillinger. Before Public Enemies, there was Dillinger, another gangster take on John Dillinger's life. Filmed partly in Milwaukee and then East Troy. It starred Mark Harmon, from NCIS, as the charismatic bank robber. In 1994, I Love Trouble. This romantic comedy thriller starring Julia Roberts and Nick Nolte filmed scenes in both Madison and Baraboo. Roberts plays a reporter chasing a story, and the movie features shots of UW campus and the Wisconsin State Capitol. Locals still remember when Hollywood trucks rolled into town, and Roberts reportedly called Madison adorable. And let's face it, she's not wrong. 1997, we have Fever Lake. Shot in Twin Lakes in Kenosha County, this 1990s teen horror features Mario Lopez and Corey Haim. Think haunted cabins, Mirror Lakes, and plenty of fog. It's spooky, low budget, and a Wisconsin Halloween staple. 1998, and A Simple Plan. Set in a snowy small town, this thriller was filmed in parts of rural Wisconsin and Minnesota. Bill Paxton and Billy Bob Thornton star as brothers who find a crashed plane filled with cash. And, as you can guess, things go downhill fast. It's a slow burn masterpiece that feels like a Wisconsin winter. Cold, quiet, and deadly. And now let's hit 1999, The Straight Story. Directed by David Lynch. Yes, the David Lynch. This poignant true story follows an elderly man, Elvin Strait, played by Richard Farnsworth, who drives his lawnmower from Iowa to Wisconsin to reconcile with his brother. Filmed in Mount Zion, Prairie du Chien, and Sparta, it's one of the most touching portrayals of Midwest life ever put on film. Bonus trivia: it was produced by Disney. Okay, we're up to the 2000s. Look at us fly here. About Schmidt. That's 2002, this one was. Parts of Jack Nicholson's soul-searching road trip were filmed right in Madison and along Wisconsin's highways. It's bittersweet, heartfelt, and quietly powerful, much like our state itself. And then in 2009, Public Enemies. If you only remember one movie from this list, make it Public Enemies. Johnny Depp played John Dillinger, and much of it was filmed across Wisconsin. Columbus, Beaver Dam, Oshkosh, Manitowish Waters. The most iconic location is Little Bohemia Lodge, where the real Dillinger Gang shootout happened. Depp and Christian Bale brought serious star power to our state, and locals still gush about being extras during the filming. All right, 2010s, we have robots, comedy, and Packers fandom. 2011, Transformers, Dark of the Moon. Yes, even giant alien robots made their way to Wisconsin. The Milwaukee Art Museum's pavilion appears in this Michael Bay blockbuster, standing for a sleek, futuristic building. Now, it's brief, but it's proof that our architecture can hold its own against explosions and CGI chaos. Also in 2011, Bridesmaids. The hit comedy starring Kristen Wiig and Maya Rudolph features establishing scenes from Milwaukee, grounding this hilarious film in the Midwest charm that, well, Wiig grew up around. We're going to zip to 2017 for The 60-Yard Line, a true fan favorite filmed right in Green Bay. Two best friends buy a house next to Lambeau Field, and football season chaos ensues. It's funny, it's heartfelt, and full of Packers pride. Now, the 2020s, this takes us into Indies, Beavers, and New Dreams. So, 2020, small town Wisconsin. Shot across Milwaukee and the Wisconsin State Fairgrounds, this heartfelt indie film follows a down-on-his-luck dad taking his son on one last weekend trip before losing custody. It's funny, touching, and full of heart. It's a love letter to the working class of Wisconsin. Now, in 2022, Hundreds of Beavers. Filmed in Manitowish Waters, Pembine, and Superior, this black and white indie comedy about a 19th century fur trapper facing beaver mayhem becomes a festival darling. It's weird, it's witty, and it's pure Wisconsin humor with a surreal touch. And then 2025, Green and Gold. This one's coming soon, friends. Filmed in Door County in Green Bay, Green and Gold explores small-town life, family, and football culture. Early buzz says it's equal parts touching and hilarious, a perfect reflection of who we are. And there you have it. About 24 films that prove Wisconsin is more than just dairy farms and Packer games. From heartfelt dramas to giant spiders, we've quietly helped shape movie history right here in America's heartland. Maybe it's our scenery, our seasons, or just that down-to-earth spirit that filmmakers can't resist. But either way, I think the credits roll a little brighter when they say, filmed in Wisconsin. If you've loved today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your favorite movie buff. You can always find me on Facebook and Instagram at The Traveling Cheesehead. And I'd love to hear if your hometown ever made it to the movies and I missed it. Until next time, I'm Dannelle Gay, The Traveling Cheesehead, reminding you that sometimes the best movie magic happens right in your own backyard.